He got 38 points, 13 rebounds, and I saw you selling popcorn at halftime. Michael Jordan with 38 points tonight. And Michael, when you were in Chicago, when Chicago was in Boston just last Wednesday night, there was an article in a Boston newspaper that said that you were perhaps underplaying your injury and you might have a career-threatening injury on that left foot. Tell us how it felt. Obviously, you could perform well tonight.
Well, I was very fortunate to have 6 days off. Hurting the foot in New York, I was very tentative mentally, because it was my injured foot since '85, and I didn't want to take any risk. So I was very cautious with it, and I guess the reason that I really missed Boston, it was mentally I was not prepared. I had to get myself confident that the injury is improving, and I was ready to come back. And I think the doctors and Chip and coach really helped me out mentally.
You know, your former coach here, Doug Collins, said at one point in the ball game, you'd had a pretty good first half, but he says, I see the look in Michael's eyes, look out, and then you really lit it up in the third quarter. Did you get a feeling that came to you that you were feeling pretty good? There was a little bit more spring in your step.
Yeah, I was more or less Doug's, you know. I mean, a lot of times I try to feel my situation through the game. And, you know, the first half I felt pretty good, and I felt really good. And my shot was falling very well. And I turned it on a little bit the second half. I really felt good.
You know, Michael, you and Scotty so much set the tone for this team. And I don't think it's ever more evident how much more confident Scottie Pippen is on the floor when you're out there, where he doesn't have to do the brunt of the work, but yet you're there to be the main guy, and then he steps in. And I just saw such a different person than I saw in Boston the other night. Yeah,
we have a tendency, you know, we've been playing together for a while now, and we take the pressure off each other. And I guess I wasn't there in Boston to take some of the pressure off of him, so he felt kind of lonely, I guess. But today he played extremely well, and I was able to take some pressure off of him as much as he's taking the pressure off of me.
Michael, interesting part of that question to me about Scottie Pippen, obviously a great player. Does it bother you a little bit as the leader of this team that your team struggled so badly when you're not in the ballgame? They seem to really mentally collapse, at least when you're out a short period.
Yeah, but you have to realize that this team, I've been playing with this team for, 7 years now, and anytime you miss a player, you kind of destruct that rhythm a little bit, that continuity, and every time I miss one game, somehow the chemistry is kind of imbalanced, and it's only one game. If it was 2 or 3 games, I think this team could find a rhythm to play with, but very fortunately, it's only been one game, and when I do come back, we kind of get that rhythm back quickly.
Celtics in here tomorrow night.
It's going to be a tough game. We've seen that they can play well, especially at home, and Reggie Lewis is going to be a tough battle.
How is your foot now? Does it hurt right now?
No, I don't feel any pain, and I think that was one of the reasons that I did come back. I talked to Doug before the game, and I told him that if I felt any pain, I wouldn't play, and I felt really good.
Are you bionic?
Well, he puts the rust theory right out the window. I mean, when you take 6 days off, you're not supposed to play like this. I mean, this guy, is incredible. Michael, you're amazing.
I was worried about my physical
yeah, I
win
can tell.
a little bit.
Maybe it's the shoes.
Could be.
Michael Jordan, 38 points tonight, 13 rebounds, and his foot isn't bothering him now. That's good news for everybody in Chicago. You see everybody breathing with a sigh of relief. Michael, thanks for joining us here tonight.
Thank you.
We're going to go to Ernie Johnson in our studios in Atlanta.